Okay, so now I got that puts the pad controller. Now I got that we were turning out that it's running horizontally like that, laying down. There's the idler. Luckily, whenever it stops, completely disengages the idler on both sides so it doesn't develop any flat spots. And rewind, it moves that reel over some to the motor. So, you need to watch this. Watch this little thing operating there for the controller. Look, it kind of lets it move and it moves out of the way. Amazingly enough, the foam around for the speaker, they use the proper material that lasts, that I wish they could have used on more 8-tracks. Because this thing's like from the early 60s or this mid or late 60s, I don't know, somewhere in the 60s. And just very nice and spongy and fresh. I wish there could be more foam that lasts that well. Oh, here's a better shot of the circuit board. I really love the looks of that circuit board in there. You notice the resistors do not use color code. They have the numbers marked on them. It's very interesting. I replaced every single electrolytic capacitor inside this. I didn't know if any were bad or not. It was after I replaced them, and I finally found out one of the transistors was bad. And the one right there is the one I replaced. It actually came out of another machine. Look at the transformers back in there. Look at all the potentiometer. All this stuff just looking at a neat shot. Just looking up into the Mayfair. I had to bend that screw. That's the one that I drilled to hold the motor thing. I had to drill it. I mean, bend it because, it has to go up to there, and it was a little bit taller. Cool shots. Really cool, really real. Now officially 2 motor. So Clydeside, let me just give you this. And remember your Granada or whatever, Grandana, whatever it's called, reel to reel. It would use that same type of motor, which I call a Claricon motor, because my Claricon reel had that type. I just decided to part out my Claricon because it has too many problems with motor stability and everything, and hardened idler. But anyway, for the Grandana, because I saw the video, I noticed the recording quality is very clear, very neat reel to reel. It's a shame that it goes down in the ways of not being able to be used properly because of the motor going bad. I know yours is idler drive, but just let me tell this. Now, if you need to, you could put a belt around the flywheel and mount the motor elsewhere if there's room. But I'm wondering if you could get some other motor, perhaps from that website you told me about, and perhaps do that type of trick and run the capstan flywheel off a separate motor. I couldn't put that motor there because this has a more standard sized shaft that's a lot of motors have. This one had a bigger shaft. It was more round, it was thicker. That's why I couldn't put it there. Plus that one was too short. Then I had a long shaft. So maybe you keep that one if it still runs at all for the rewind and fast forward and take up reel, and run a separate one for the the capstan. And if you do, you can make a video of that. I'd like you to do that. I hope you got your standard SR200 working properly again, because that was one absolutely amazing machine. I really hope that can work properly for you. And I hope to get that same model one day, because it would be way too cool. Way too cool. I mean, it's like the real part is like the same size of where a cassette could go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video.
The Tuesday night meeting. There must be something the matter with my tape recorder. Maybe after a year of very little use, I'm needing new batteries. But it sounds like I have a scratchy needle. That isn't me, that's the machine.
With an 8-track style tape loop experiment, I recorded some music off the Mayfair, which came out pretty good.
I look to you, Lord, I lift my eyes, I give my day to you.
Camera update. Okay, I ran the Mayfair and the 2 motorway for a while, but still I'm thinking that this motor having problems is taking current, contributing to losing power in this motor at times and still having sometimes inconstant speed. So what I'm going to try to do is install a separate power supply to run that motor separately than that one, instead of in parallel, but separate power supplies. Luckily, this electric switch has an unused set of terminals which I'll be able to use to turn on and off that other power supply. And here's also, while we're at it, a very good look at the other side of the amplifier circuit board, which I think is absolutely awesome looking. These just 5 transistors. There's the one I replaced. 2 transformers. They're looking at resistors gray. They just got numbers 10K, 15K, 60 meg, I think. Or no, 4K, no, 60 meg. It's neat stuff. There's only like 1 resistor there that's got a color code, and that's like it. All the other resistors have marked numbers. It's DC bias machine, but actually it sounds pretty decent for a DC bias machine. It's like a miniature electronic city of the probably early 1960s. This has been sponsored by Windex Productions. Now I have batteries inside the battery holder, and it's wired up, ready to go. And just put it back together. Put it soldered down in that little, that selector switch down there. I did further taping down the batteries to this speaker. See how that is. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video.